And here we go. Hello everybody, this is Locke at the Dirt Farmer, and today we're going to teach you a handy dandy tip to get around leveling up that crafting cottage when you go to a new farm. As many of you know, Australia just released this past Monday, and this recording is being made the Friday after that Monday, so a lot of you may have had time to level up your crafting cottage, and it's really important that you do, because if you want to do the chapter 2 Aussie quest, you will need to make recipes that are on level 2. And let me show you exactly what we're talking about. Look right here. You see that I'm only 3 recipes away from being at level 2, which is where I want to be. Eventually we want to be all the way up to level 5, because we'll need those recipes as the stages in the quest progress. But what we have to do is basically make 3 items, and we also have to wait for Zynga to load the market screens. It takes 6 forevers and a day, and by the time they do, you forget what you needed and you have to go back. But I remember this time. We have to find, and I want to thank Patty for letting me use her image here in my market screen to do this video. And we want Australian wheat. And since these bushels are in demand, why not share them? I mean, you got friends out there that are watching your walls. They might actually need some of these bushels. And thanks to Facebook, I have to click friends only, because only friends can grab these. So there's no point in posting to people that are subscribed to you. Now we want Australian barley. And again, we wait for the screen to open. Zynga, if you happen to be watching this, how about doing something about this one day? You know, the bragging you did about how fast this stuff works now. Yeah, it doesn't. And Australian barley. And again, let's share, because these are hot crops right now. Some crops are hotter than others and are in demand. And when you know something's in demand, like when we need something for a quest, why not share it? It's not going to hurt. People appreciate it. And there we go. We have made that item. Let's come down here and let's make another item. And again, we go for the Australian barley. And we're going to share it. I can't believe I'm out of wheat, so I'm going to have to go and beg for that too. It's nice when you can make everything that you need to make on your own farm, but just remember, when you have to go and buy bushels from other people. I love Carmen. She plants like 8 million things, so she's always got what you're looking for, and they're usually always hot crops in her market stalls. But just remember, when you go and buy bushels from your neighbors, they get fuel or XP or even coins. So what I do when I'm doing crafting for fuel, I will use what other people are selling before I'll actually use what I've grown myself. And Wendy's another good neighbor that always has lots of crops. And when you're picking your neighbors, you know, I know a lot of us want our best Facebook friends to be our neighbors, but basically if they don't plant crops and they don't craft, they might as well just be Facebook friends and not Farmville neighbors, because it really doesn't do you any good. And then we go up again. We've leveled up again. This is how you do it to get close. And you see we made 2 items, and I'm still 1 more item away. Now I've got to wait 6 hours. Or and this is the big trick we're going to show you today. I'm going to sell my cottage. And now we're going to go into the market. Probably would have been good if I knew what the heck this thing was. I believe it was a winery, wasn't it? Aussie Winery. And we're going to not buy the one for 80 Farmville cash. And one very important part of this little trick, you have to make sure you don't have any other crafting cottages on your farm. You see now for 100,000 coins I can repurchase, bring this back into the fold, repurchase the exact same building I just sold. Now the two recipes we had cooking and the bushels we used, they're going to be lost, but we're not going to have to wait 6 hours. And you will notice I had to sell the bakery and the spa that I had on this farm, which I can repurchase for 0 coins, and I emptied out the recipes that were in them. So basically I can just pop those back on once I'm done with this little trick. Now we go inside and we are still one recipe away from leveling up to level 2, which is where we want to be. So even though we had 2 recipes here that were not finished and would not have been finished for 6 more hours, we can go buy more stuff if I had more stuff to make with. And right now I don't have enough bushels to actually do this little presentation, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to spend 6 Farmville cash, and I'm a cheap SOB, so this is really hard for me to do. And then we're going to make and level up. And there we are. In just about 2 minutes we have gone, I'm not going to share that, we have gone from being 3 recipes down to being right at level 2. So we can now coin upgrade, and it does cost 50 farm coins, and that's fine. It's better not give 5 million coins instead of giving 20 or 30 Farmville cash. And normally I wouldn't have had to spend money for the bushels, but I wanted to do this demonstration for everyone. And there we go. We're at level 2. So now you can see we've unlocked the recipes for level 2. This is level 3 right here, and if we want to sell this one, we could sell again just by clicking sell, and it will ask you, you're only going to get 5,000 coins for it. You paid, well, you just paid to level up. When you rebuy it, you will have the same level. Just like when I repurchased the bakery and the spa that I had on this farm, they'll be at the exact same level. The only thing you're going to lose is whatever's cooking and the bushels that you use to actually make those items. You're still going to be on level 2 even though you sell your cottage and when you buy a new one. We hope this explains how this particular little trick works, and this came to you from Heather. This was Dirt Farmer Heather's idea, so we're going to be making a post for you real quick. We're going to post this video to it, and we hope you were careful, but you still might have learned something. Thanks a lot.